Hey everybody, Twin Diggers here, Pat and Pam.
Yeah.
Today is Saturday, June 7th, and we are back together for the weekend. And we return back to this dump location that we found out scouting. We can't reveal where we're at because it's our secret spot, but I will tell you, it's like a piece of paradise over here. Beautiful breeze coming in, and it's about 70 degrees, and we're sprayed up so well that we don't even feel a bug around us. We wanted to come back just to do a little more digging to see what else we could find. Of course, tons of glass and shards and everything, but we wanted to just focus in on our video of just some of the fun things that we found. I think we're probably in the early 1950s, and we just had a blast digging up some of this stuff. So I'm gonna go through this, but first I kind of want Pam to pan out in the area where we're at. We're very thick in the woods, and the hill that she's going up, that's the hill that we've been digging on. It's literally a cliff, and we are about halfway down it right now doing our video. So we found a little flat area that we could go in. So hopefully you can hear the trees, the leaves, and everything blowing in the wind. It's absolutely gorgeous here. Yeah.
All right.
Just need some birds chirping and
I
we have
know.
it made.
Seriously.
So let's go through some of the things that we found. Again, I'm on a hill, so I got a pointer stick, and all the little bottles I'm actually going to put back in the bucket because I know they're going to fall if I hold them up and try to put them back. I don't want them to break. So in the back row, I think we just found a standard pop bottle that we dug, nothing fancy. But this was really interesting and fun. This is actually, and if you can see it on the bottom, it is a log cabin syrup bottle. And the year on this is right up in the top, and that is 1962. So kind of unusual that only the logo would be on the bottom. So that was fun. We have never found one like that before. And then we found this, I'm assuming it's a ketchup bottle. It has Ball on the bottom, and the year over here is 1952. And usually these ketchup bottles, they have all the panels on there. You can clearly see that. This was my fun find. And this is Dad's, and this is root beer. And normally it would be Dad's root beer on there. I don't know if you can see it a little clearer there. Yeah. See that? Embossing. And then on the bottom, it's real vague, and I can hardly make it out. I don't see a year on here. So this one, we're gonna have to look up that little opening on the top, I'm sure, to keep all of the fizz in there.
I can't believe that large bottle was not broken.
That was under a large tree root, so it's amazing how it grew around it and it didn't put pressure on it.
Yeah.
Another little weird bottle.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
This is just a baby food jar.
Yeah.
But we did find another, probably a shaker. Of course, it's broken there. So
But if you put a lid on it, you
wouldn't
you'd
see
never
that.
see it.
Yeah, the threading is still there enough to put a lid on. So we got that. And then these two little green bottles. This has the Owens mark on it. This is full of dried something white, and the lid comes off, but I'll just show you for all those people that like looking in creepy stuff. Trying to dig that out and clean her up good. Always fun when we find colored glass, because normally here in Minnesota, it's usually either amber or clear. So that was a nice little keep. And then I found this little cool thing, and it's embossed. It has a teardrop, and it has a P going around all the panels. And on the bottom of this, it says Pactra, if you can see that. So I don't know if the drip is a paint bottle or what that is. We're gonna look that up. We've never found anything quite like that before. So that was cute. And Pam got this really cool, like Art Deco perfume bottle. And again, we've never dug anything like that before. On the bottom, there's just a V and then two like I's, the letter II or 1-1. But isn't that cool? It's got the little draped shoulder there. So that was a fun find. Little bottles are always fun to find because they're easy to display and they don't take up a lot of storage. And of course, we had to show the 7-Up bottle. Just found a piece of that green bottle there. And I'm not sure what this is, but it does have an aluminum cap on it. And it's obviously a food bottle of some sort. So we think a lot of these things are either going to be perfume or food bottles.
That one might be a spice.
It could be.
It looks like it's kind of the size of
interesting
one.
top on there.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. That's the lip on it. I don't know what type of a lid would be on that. I think this is old. It does have, it's a diamond only in there. So I think this one is aged probably a little bit older, Pam, maybe into the 30s or 40s.
Could be.
If anyone knows what this might be, let us know. It's interesting. And this, I'm not sure. It could be an extract.
Yeah,
But
two
Pam
different
found-
sizes.
This has 3 little to hold it on the sides. This has 5, I believe. This one says HA on the bottom. So again, we don't know if it's perfume or not, or some type of food, like vanilla extract or something. But these were very fun finds. This has just some real little letters on it. I can't really make out what that is. So I just like how they swoop in the center. Normally when they go in like this in the center, it's more of a female type bottle, so it could very well be perfume. And this little guy, I'm not sure what that is. Just a cool little bottle. This is absolutely filled with sand. And on the bottom here, it has 2 letters in a circle. And I think it's FF. So I'm not sure what that is. This thing was nasty. It's full of black in the inside. It's going to take a while to soak and get that out of there. On the bottom, there's just like a stop sign type emblem embossed on there, and that's it. So I don't know. And then it's a shoulder on each side of the bottle. So that's a weird one. And then another bottle, I think this is probably perfume as well. It has this really nice side slots on the side. And the bottom on this, and we're going to look this up, it's ARDEN, Arden. I'm going to guess it's some kind of cologne.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. And this little weird bottle, this has Lander on the bottom. And this is another one that we've never come across before. So I thought it was a baby food jar at first. Who knows? But we'll look that up too. And when we find what these are, we will post the information on our Twin Diggers Facebook page. You got a big bug on you.
It's
Kind of the bees are liking us today. I don't know if it's our bug spray or what, but
it could be.
this was really cool that Pam found. This is all cut crystal. And it's broke off here. We think it was the cap or the cover to go into some type of a, I don't know, a wine cruet
Craft,
or
yeah, maybe
something.
a wine craft or something. You could tell
Kind
that.
of lost her son, but
Yeah,
when this washes up, this is going to be absolutely beautiful.
that is gorgeous.
Yeah. So that was really cool, Pam. We've never found anything like that before that's so detailed. That's definitely like cut crystal.
Well, I was just checking.
Are
We
you
might
hearing-
get some raindrops.
Yeah, we're not expected to.
I think.
Oh, let's
we
do
might be.
this. I got this one. This is
at that
probably the
little thing.
littlest bottle we have ever found.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little perfume bottle. Isn't that cute?
That is. I can't even imagine how you
Yeah,
make that.
it's like the
the
size
mold
of
on how to do
my
that.
pinky.
That is so
Smaller
cool.
than my pinky.
Yeah, that's neat.
I found 2 mason jar lids. This one you can't see it, it's so roached, but this is a ball. And this obviously isn't any good. So we'll tear that off, but we like to keep the white milk glass that's in the center. These are made of zinc. Sometimes depending on the soil they're in, they fare well, but this one's seen its better days. And then this one,
We're not in any tornado warning here, are we?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I'll take it.
Whoa!
This is actually an atlas. It's hard to see that in there. But there's a little manufacturer's mark there. So that's an Anchor Hawking. Where's
Jeez.
wind come
We're
from?
both looking at the skies right
Well,
now.
I'm next to an old tree. I
man.
hope it doesn't fall on us.
Jeez.
Pam and I each found a marble. So she found this one. And it does have a little chip mark there. But it's beautiful. And then I found this yellow cat eye.
Those are neat.
Yeah, so that was really fun. Oh, the sun's coming out again.
Thank goodness.
Probably.
Why don't you move that one right there, Pat? I don't want you to get cut. Yeah, that one, because you don't have your gloves on.
Yeah, Pam just found this oldie.
I just like the bottle. Can you just kind of look at it?
Yeah, look at all the paneling that's on it.
That's neat.
So, big old thick glass.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but there again, it's the Anchor Hawking logo.
Woo.
Feels good.
It does, but normally
So-
when it comes in that fast, that means a storm's brewing.
This little weird thing we found, but this wire is always nice to use. And I use this for hanging up my bird feeders, and because it bends nice. So this one, we're keeping that. This creepy bone and this bone, Pam dug up. The size of that thing, like a hip joint maybe, or a ball joint or something. I always like finding bones. Getting down to the glass, I'm going to use my pointer now. We were able to find some silverware, which was awesome. So Pam found this big old soup spoon. We found 2 handles. We each found one. The blade of the knife was broken off. This old knife here. This old spoon. And they're pretty roached. And a fork. So we literally have a whole serving set, sis.
This one here has a lot of fancy, and on the back of
Yes.
it says it's nickel plated stainless or something. It's really
Rogers nickel
Yep.
stainless.
Rogers nickel stainless. Just look at the end of it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to clean that up. That's going to be pretty.
It's like this spoon did a lot of stirring back in the day.
Yeah.
Probably on the old cast iron pans.
Sure.
Suppose I can reach a little.
Yeah.
This is cool. Obviously, it's some type of glass, privacy glass, that was in some window. But I thought this was really a cool design. We can use this for our projects.
That is neat.
And this was beautiful. Another cut glass or crystal, has the star in it. And you can see what the base of that was. Probably some type of a candy dish, or
Yeah, sugar bowl or
Something.
something.
that's real pretty.
That is gorgeous.
And then I found this bizarre thing. Look at how thick this glass is. Anyone knows what that would have been for or used.
That is just amazing.
Yeah, it's
can't-
really busted up.
You know,
It's circular.
it looks like it's a door handle, but why would it be that thick?
Exactly. Yeah, so look at that thing. That's like that thick.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is. That's really neat.